It's that time of year again. It's the Better.com Scottish Greyhound Derby, and finals nights are on April 16th. There's 48 runners, but Lewis here has been looking through the card and he's found some dogs that he likes.
Yeah, that's it. You say it's a bit of a needle in haystack time. I mean, it's 48 dogs in a derby like this is always going to be tough, but there is chance to get a bit of value anti-post, I think. But what you got to look for at Shawford, what I've looked for anyway, is dogs who've got early pace in abundance is going to get you half the job done. I mean, 11 of the last 12 finals have been won at the first bend, so the dog leading at the first bend has sustained it all the way around and won the race. So you think this year's winner, much like last year's winner Nambisco, who had fantastic early pace, is going to need to be trappy from the traps, really quick out. And there's a stat, even Westmead Hawk in 2006, one of the best dogs of the generation, couldn't get up to now the dog that had the early pace. So definitely early pace is going to be a big factor. And the one that I'm looking at, actually the two I'm looking at, apologise to Kelly Macari and Paul Young. I'm going to give the kiss of death to your dogs here, but Meal Bling Bling and Young Sid are the two that I'm looking at anti-post. I think Meal Bling Bling brings the best form from the season so far. Comes second in the Racing Post Juvenile behind
and the best
Blue
name.
Artisan, and it's got a great name as well. And if this wins, I'm going to be buying myself some new Bling Bling, I think. But yeah, I think he's got a fantastic chance. He's got a terrible draw in his second. I think he's in Heat 2 on Saturday in the first round. He's drawn 5, but I think if he gets out, and he should qualify, I'm not sure he's going to win on Saturday, but he should progress through the rounds. He's just got to come in the first 3. I would think he's going to have a good derby. The second one, Young Sid for Paul Young.
Romford dog.
A Romford dog, yeah. So that's 415 miles from Shawfield.
Yeah,
so,
just round the corner.
No, not right. You could say that. So yeah, as I said, 415 miles to Shawfield from Romford, which means Paul Young's obviously going to have something up his sleeve, you'd think. And I think this could be the one. I mean, it ran in a really hot race at Wimbledon. It was deemed good enough to hold its own in that. It's only had 2 races. I think it's got bags potential and could be one that slipped under the radar. And it reminds me a bit of Nambisco from last year. I mean, it was quite unexposed, got a lot of early pace. So I think Meal Bling Bling and Young Sid are the two to look out for anti-post.
Now you've looked through all the heats as well, and know some of the selections you've picked might not be in the finals, but they do represent some value.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. On Saturday's heats, I think my nap selection, if you call it that, is a dog called Ballymac Ace for Chris Alsop, who runs in Heat 6, that's right, yeah. And he's got a fantastic draw in 2. As I mentioned, you need a dog who's going to be really smart out from the traps, and this one is a former sprinter. He's got form lines with Jimmy Lolly.
That's not bad form.
That's not bad form at all. So you think he can make the most of his good draw in 2. He's got kennel mate Westmead Bolt inside of him, who's a notorious slow starter, but he's standing at the end. So I think Ballymac Ace will get a clear run to the bend and should make all to get us off to a good start.
Now I see here you're taking on Charlie Lister's dog in Heat 2.
Yeah, his dog Jordan Solutions. I mean, it is a top class animal. I mean, he's got great form at Wimbledon from early in the season. But going back to Meal Bling Bling's drawn outside of him in 5, and it's a terrible draw for Meal Bling Bling. But I can only see that hindering the chances of Jordan Solutions in 4, because Meal Bling Bling's going to, you'd think it's going to trap really well, and it's going to move left out the boxes. And Jordan Solution isn't the most consistent trapper around, so you think if he misses the break, which could happen, Meal Bling Bling's going to sort of end his chances. I think he could be quite a short price. So yeah, that's one of Charlie Lister's I'm going to be taking on in the heats, I think. But I think that's pretty brave.
Yeah, and you think that a Charlie Lister runner is going to be shorter than it should be, and it might provide great value on the lane market.
Charlie Lister runners always get backed in, so I think the price will be short enough to take on, hopefully.
Not to put you on the spot, Lewis, but you got to give us your best bet of the derby.
Yeah, best bet outright is obviously going to be, I mentioned it before, Meal Bling Bling. Got great early pace, will progress through the rounds, and on the heat tonight, Ballymac Ace from Trap 2 in Heat 6 to make all and hopefully get us off to a good start for the competition.
So there you have it, Meal Bling Bling from the final. Tune into Sky Sports on April 16th to find out who wins the Better.com Scottish Greyhound Derby.